And yes, as you could tell by either the title, the thumbnail, the description, or the stuff you're seeing on the screen right now, it is that time of the year, Madden. Today, we're going to be rebuilding a team made up of horror icons. Now, this is kind of the content I usually do for members videos, and it was actually going to be this month's members video, but I said, you know what? I really like horror content. I really like horror stuff, and not horror stuff. I mean, that's not bad too, but I decided, I'm out of left field. This is the perfect time to do it, and if this is well received, maybe you leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new, maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, for non-Madden content, like horror content, horror games. We can do this every Halloween. This is a perfect video to do every Halloween. Of course, can't take all the credit. This was actually something I got off of the YouTube channel /Ncast. They didn't do this for Madden, but they were asked a question about, which horror icons they think would make the most sense at different NFL positions, and definitely check them out if you're interested in, the kind of horror stuff, whether it's actual like movies, shows, topics, and of course the gaming world. But yeah, we decided to add that and take that into the realm of Madden. We did not a whole roster because I want something still to rebuild, a couple of positions to rebuild, but we did a lot. All right, we did a lot. Now, this would be a great opportunity for you guys not only to tell me who your favorite horror, person is, if you even care. You're like, what are you talking about, dude? Who watches those movies? Is it Michael Myers, Jason, whatever? And also, who you would like to see if we do this again next. If you guys have a suggestion, maybe they'll be the next one that we put in. But of course, we got to take a look at the roster. One of the first ones, maybe you wouldn't know from American Psycho, but Patrick Bateman, is kind of well-renowned as a very smart guy. Could have done like Hannibal Lecter, but I just feel like he doesn't have the body type for it. 6'2", 190 is kind of the height and weight range is what, is acceptable. Of course, didn't go just based off of only the actor, Christian Bale, but just kind of what, the facts or the wiki had to say about these things. The ratings also at my discretion. I felt like, seems like an athletic guy, obviously, decently fast, okay throw power, very smart. Didn't want the player to be too OP, but yes, very smart, obviously. And then, of course, you go over to someone like Michael Myers, who isn't necessarily fast as a 78 Myers, by the way. Just completely feeling like a nerd here. Not a big guy, right? He was a slender, sleeky, sneaky, what the hell is that? Sneaky type of killer, and that's what we did here. We said, super elusive, not the fastest, but very elusive, right? Break tackle, juke move, ball carrier vision, not the best of strength, and he's been slipped behind and slipped, that's kind of sus, slip pass, a couple times, people get the best of him, but he's relentless, and of course, very sneaky. Then you have Fred Krueger, if you will. Not a big guy either. A little bit faster. I think he's a little bit, more agile, right? 99 agility, a little bit of jumping. Of course, basically no strength. I said no strength. He was getting overpowered by women, which, again, not the worst way to go. Those are the ratings. I'm going to go in a little bit quicker now because I'm kind of yapping here a bit. Of course, Chucky can't go short. I think he's like 3 foot tall. We went 5'5", 160. Of course, the main guy, Charles Lee Ray, that's well, it's not the main guy. That's him before he became Chucky. Had the long hair, so he went the long hair. Not strong, but elusive. Just enough speed. And, of course, injury, stamina, toughness high because he just doesn't seem to die very easily. Then we move on to Frankenstein's monster. Most people would just assume and call him Frankenstein. 7 foot tall. He's supposed to be like 8 feet tall. Super strong. Not great with finesse. But yeah, obviously super strong. Not the most agility. Not the most excel, but good enough speed. Then we move over to the tight end spot, which I feel like remake Jason fits pretty well as a tight end. Every time I switch him to 6'5", he just goes back to 6'6". Some of the numbers, of course, do have some, Easter eggy type stuff. Freddy Krueger, 1, 2, and then obviously 13 for Jason. But of course, we're yapping a bit, so we're going to move on. That's it for the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, we have some other names. Candyman, which, I'm not going to say that name too many times more. There's definitely some other names, like I said, that we could have added. But personally, I decided I wanted to keep some of the team open for drafting, because otherwise it's like, okay, well, we're just following this team, right? We're not actually rebuilding them. And of course, can't put Pinhead, so Penhead. But it's like the Office Depot edition, I suppose. The smarts are up there. Not the most athletic because, you know, they kind of just stand around. They're more like mind, if you will. But gave them some decent overall. Devs are kind of random, but I kind of chose devs based on like the iconicness, even though obviously Freddy Krueger's way up there, Jason Voorhees way up there, but Myers is my favorite, and then, you know, Frankenstein's up there, and Dracula's obviously super freaking iconic. Didn't have Frankenstein and Dracula at first, but I was like, you know what, we need some better players there. Gave them all the speed in the world, because even though, you know, technically the older Dracula's not shown as fast, strength of 20 men. So if you got the strength of 20 men, strength-wise, that should translate to legs, right? Then, of course, you got Ghostface here, very athletic. Not the strongest guy in the world, but good coverage ratings. Who else are we missing in here? D-line. Did we do everyone else? Yeah, we did. D-line. Victor Crowley. Maybe not someone you would know. Put him in normal dev because he is a little bit more of a sleeper, if you will. But then obviously you have Leatherface. You know, good old Texas Chainsaw Massacre as your defensive tackle 1, which a lot of people know. That man heavy. He's 6'4", 299. Big fella. Strong. Very fast. Finesse ain't the best. Of course, I'll be honest with you. Maybe you guys are thinking, wow, this is actually a pretty cool idea. I'm personally thinking I feel like a nerd, dude. I feel like an absolute nerd. And like most of these guys are like, you know, your mothers would probably know who these guys are. You know, pretty, for the most part, pretty recognizable in the horror space. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this one, end up, you know, maybe leaving a like. And let me know who you'd like to see next, who should have been on this list. You know, there's obviously a lot of other guys in there. And yeah, if you even like horror movies or not. Maybe there's a different genre you don't want to see, or maybe that's only members content going forward. Either way, nerd is over. Let's try to rebuild this horror team in under 5 years. The one thing that does piss me off, though, it sounds like I'm being lazy, but, you know, I had to make these players myself. But yeah, that the file share is broken. I ranted about this in the latest members video. I know, I'm not trying to push it, I promise. It's very relevant. You know, the file share system being broken this year really sucked. Because there used to be, like, horror files. Now, horror files, once again, horror. Yeah, you can't find them anymore. You just can't find that stuff. And people they stopped bothering with doing rosters anyways. In general, you know, draft classes here were tough to do as well. It's just a pure disaster, dude. Hopefully they fix that for Madden 26. But, yeah, let's get into this one. I have no idea how this team's going to go. 83 overall. You know, we made this a pretty modest roster, I think. But, of course, you guys probably already seen that we were running the Packers offense, Bills defense. It's a scary good combination. Man, this really feels weird to be talking like this in July. This would have been way better. Just hold off till October. But whatever. I really hope that you guys think this is cool or a fun idea, dude. I really just... Like, I have never been more self-conscious of a video ever. Kid you not. Ever. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, you know, you guys are really chill, and I suspect the best. But... I just feel like a nerd, and it's weird because it's like, it's horror stuff. It's, if anything, it's not nerdy, it's like concerning, you know? It's like, hey, watch that backpack, you keep that, you know, keep your hands away. That is a joke, by the way. Of course, looking at scouting, what do we need? O-line? Yeah, I was trying to find big dudes like Frankenstein and Leatherface, and now I'm really, even saying their names now, I really do feel cringed out. We also have the sliders really low, so I don't want these guys to be like super, super high, but I guess O-line, right? Like right tackle needs a replacement, center needs a replacement, left guard. That is a wide head. Is that really how wide his head is? Like, no hate. I got a big-ass head in real life, I ain't gonna lie. But that is a wide head, I'll tell you that. You know, that is a big head, I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, I mean, I guess linebacker, O-line, just any of those type of positions. So I guess with that being said, we'll do O-line. That's not the button. And yeah, it feels really grim, but I chose the LA Rams because, well, California's got a little bit of a history. I believe Alaska's actually technically per capita worse for, you know, the old cereal enjoyers with the old milk and bowl. And couldn't choose an Alaska team unless I did a relocate, which, you know what? I really sold. I should have did a team builder for this. Well, that's what the next one, assuming there is a next one in October, is going to be. We are doing a team builder. It is annoying because you can only do 32 team builders, so I'd have to kill one of mine to do that, but totally worth it, dude. I don't know what the logo would be. We gotta do that. Maybe a little knife. I don't even know. They'll probably ban me from the freaking file share, but I'm getting hyped over this, and you guys are probably already checked out of the video. Probably didn't even click on the thing in the first place. Yeah, this is disgusting. What are you doing? You're a freak. Oh, God. We got a lot of money. So I did release, like, a lot of the players, like Cooper Kupp and all that, but I didn't clear their caps. So I don't know if you just get a lot of money doing that not in the roster, like I was in the main menu doing the rosters and whatnot. Okay, you don't need an accountant here to learn you're getting a good deal, at least in Madden terms, because we got a lot of money. You know, and I release we should have dead hits, and we just don't. We're having a pretty good start here. Maybe a little bit too good of a start. Could have randomized it, but I suppose the Rams' offensive playbook is actually good anyways. Feel like we're maybe a little too good too early. But once you get to start paying these guys, we have them kind of mixed up. I have a lot on 2 years, a couple on 3s, a couple on 4s. Once you get to start paying those guys on top of the guys that are already on the roster, like Havenstein, I imagine, you know, I just realized we have 2 Steins on the offensive line. Oh, wow. Okay. We almost sold. 9-8, you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? How is that even close to good? Well, we were like 7-2 and it just fell off. 8-2. 8-2, lost 1-1. Okay, we're getting back to our winning ways. Nope. 5 straight losses. The monsters are barely here. The icons, the horror guys, I don't even know. I don't like the word horror icons, but the hell else would you call it, right? Patrick Bateman, 27 touchdowns, 14 picks. Yeah, I should get back into that office. Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. Chucky, about 4 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Kruger and Myers. Oh, wow. Myers got outperformed by Atwell. That is a horror icon right there. They're actually all really short, by the way, which is insane. All short and not heavy. Voorhees, 600 yards, 7 touchdowns. Pretty good, actually, for a Packers scheme, even. Frankenstein's monster, 7 foot tall, 325, giving up 14 sacks. In what world? He must have been going against the most elusive dudes of all time. Edge rushers, you have Byron Young. Somehow Jared Verse and Byron Young. Why is Byron Young higher than Crowley? He was literally in sub as well, either way. Do we have anything going on for the interceptions? Count Dracula, 5 interceptions. See, when I hear the names like Dracula and Frankenstein, then I really start to cringe. But they're horror icons, dude. I also try to look up people famous, I wasn't going to go real life. Okay, that's too far, I'm not going to have Dahmer out there or something, Have him playing nose tackle so you can eat the double team, if you will. Wasn't going to go that far with it, but I was looking for somebody that, kicker. I can't think of any, fictional horror people that were kickers. I'm trying to think. I don't really think there was any. Ooh, Snow. Preserve the bodies. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was like, okay, what's your favorite horror icon? But what's your, favorite horror movie? I mean, I'd say most of you guys at least have seen them. You're not maybe, fanatics, but you guys have probably seen some, right? Who hasn't really seen Halloween or... Not Halloweener, that's the bootleg one that you maybe don't want to see. 38-24, we do win the game going out of the divisional round, but... Yeah, Halloween 78's got to be my top. But, I like some modern stuff. Yeah, The Conjuring's cool, right? What's, the scariest to you, There's going to be some people that are I think The Exorcist is the scariest. And there's some people it's played out. It's yeah, but that was the first one. That's why it was played out. That movie created that, if you will. But, yeah, even though this is literally the horror video, I'm going to try not to talk too much about it, okay? It's going to be a little too much. It's going to be a little drowning, if you will. The Eagles, now that is scary to see when you're simming as the NFC team. By far the worst team to see. The Cowboys used to be scary, but not anymore. Packers, because that scheme, I suppose. Lions, they don't really do well in sim. Yeah, maybe they get to the Super Bowl every once in a while. Here we are, taking on the Eagles. Rams, Eagles. The Rams are, in my opinion, I don't even know if it's an opinion, closest to winning not winning, but beating the Eagles to deny them their Super Bowl run. So, yeah, that defense got hot. That front four got insane. Look what happened to the Vikings, dude. It was not pretty. That Rams team, dude. That defense can play like it did in the playoffs specifically. Team ceiling is sort of limitless. Is this us driving down to win the game? Wow. This is insane. Oh, no. All right, guys. You're going to need to kind of kill somebody here. That promise you money. That is the wrong play call. I can't call timeout. Okay. Sure. Just, you know, hopefully they do run it. We're on this. Jalen Hurts trying to run. Throws it away. Okay. Obviously tried to hit mid. Mid blitz has been like the best blitz in Madden for like years now, especially base. No setup. Is that Dracula going against a freaking tight end? That's insane. Oh, we're late. Ooh, good throwaway. All right, I mean, we were hoping for a sack, but we get this. Witherspoon and Pinhead. Penhead, I should say. That's so funny, dude. No matter how I spelled it, just couldn't get it. 2 eyes, 2 ends. I almost said Peenhead, which would have been worse, I think. Been funnier, though. But Penhead is still funny as hell. All right. Field goal gets the job done. Asking for a miracle already. Myers, 31 for obvious reasons. I don't know if there was better options. Damn, son! Bateman down. Okay, Kruger, this post has got to be glorious. I mean, you got to force it. It's not even that good. You dropped that? How does he not just stab that? Yeah, yeah, I said it. Funny. Funny guy. Is that Tutu Atwell? Oh my god, it's a pick is what it is. Imagine losing the season, throwing a pick, not even to one of the horror guys. Literally just threw that to Tutu Atwell. Like, what the hell? Good effort until we came out on the field. Unfortunately, just not enough time. Crazy part is Bateman was great. We threw that pick, obviously, but, yeah, just too early, I guess. I mean, the team has a lot of holes, so it's not surprised. That's not a pun either, okay? That's just literally just coincidence. Like, genuinely, like, most of the puns have just, they've been coincidence. I mean, I'm a lover of some puns, but even I have my limits. They've just decided to show up. I can't control it sometimes. And we talked about the Lions not really doing much, and here they are beating the Niners. Potentially going to the Super Bowl, which they don't. It is the Eagles-Bills. Got to pay some guys soon, just not yet. And the winner is the Eagles of the Super Bowl. No one is surprised. Any dev-ups? We had all these guys listed as rookies. Did we even see the awards? I don't even know if we did, but offensively, no. Defensively, Candyman might have went up to Superstar, right? Daniel, if you will. He did. Nice. Sweet. Once again, rest in peace, Tony Todd. Oh, also, Spates went up in dev, which is, I mean, it's nice. Of course, have a storyline. Anyone retire on us? I don't think so. Imagine we had Aaron Donald still. Now that is the face of true horror. That is not a guy offensive lineman like to see. Also, we still had Rodgers on the Jets in this one. Oh, yeah, I loaded up the wrong file. We don't even have the rookies in this one, I don't think, which, to be fair, you know, we're going to have enough of the rookies when Madden 26 drops anyways. Let's chillax, okay? I love how we got Chucky in here doing stiff arm and trucking. It's the one thing he doesn't have. He has 0 stiff arm, 0 trucking, 10 stiff arm. Unbelievable. Negotiations, anybody to re-sign. Got so much money, dude. We got to pay these guys. They're going to be the ones that cost a lot. But yeah, I mean, other than Havenstein, who I don't even really know if we want anymore, we'll do the 1 year 20. He does take it. I don't know if we should have done that. You know, we probably don't need to sign anyone else there. Should have. I don't know, dude. I don't think we should have went Havenstein. We could have done better. We scouted O-line for a reason. We've sold. Look at the free agency. You got Trent Brown, who, I mean, even straight up is a better option. But outside of Trent, yeah, it's not happening. It's just not happening. I really wish we would have done the updated roster. Oh, well, it's fine. It doesn't matter. This is a random rebuild, dude. We are in the draft, of course, with this Rams team. I don't know if it's like that in real life. I don't think it is. But with the current roster we have, we do not have our own second-round pick. Who is this guy? Oh, he sucks. He's just a top 5. I mean, he's got some throw power. He's super raw, but yeah, we're missing some picks, which will make this a little bit more difficult anyways, which we want. Of course, we want. Safety is an interesting thing. Free safety is a problem. Is it so much of a problem that I would be willing to take one this high when I could probably just wait till, you know, later second? You know me and my trade downs, okay? You know me I need some O-line, too. You know what? I do like Washington. I'm going to take Tyrone Washington. 9 true talent. Normal dev. Okay, I regret it all. It's okay. We could use an offensive lineman. We could obviously use a linebacker. I think we could wait on the linebacker. We had a day 3-er. But if we want O-line, we're going to need to take one, which we'll probably end up trading Kinchins in. We have a lot of O-line, so we could just simmer down. Simmer down. Okay, take your seat. Relax. All right, we trade a lot of stuff to move into this spot. I wanted to keep 25 for a linebacker, but this is going to be a spot I think we use on O-line, right? We got 2 linebackers, but I think Charles is fast enough. We're going to be taking Landry Mebane. He just looks good. He's going to be normal dev. Watch. 31 true. Nope, he's in dev. Fair enough. Yeah, next pick's going to be a linebacker, and then the rest we're just going to sim down because we are pretty much out of picks already. You know, 6th-round pick going forward. We need that linebacker. Jared Charles. Was the other linebacker there, or was it a lineman? He is there. Arthur Clement. Is he better? He's better, 100%. Glad he's still here because he's a lot better, in my opinion, than Charles. And he is hidden dev. If that's 86 speed, the other guy's got to be like 84. Like, right? I don't know. Middle linebackers usually are faster in the game, no matter what the 40 says, but still. Then in the 6th round, we take Hargrave, the speedy wide receiver. Oh! Hidden. All right. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say something about an owl, but there's no point. Killing it. Does this team have a fullback? I don't think this team has a fullback. I think it's time for this team to have a fullback. Fullback. Who is it? It is, of course, going to be Johnny Loud, which that is a sick drug dealer name. No? Yeah. I've got this stuff. You can always depend on Johnny Loud. Someone's got to trademark that name, I'm telling you. Johnny freaking Loud, dude. 77 overall for the safety. So, yes, normal dev, just like Kinchins, but higher ceiling, arguably, 80 zone, faster. But, yeah, not what I was hoping. I was hoping we were going to land ourselves some sort of hidden development traits, and unfortunately we didn't. Mebane will be our middle linebacker, our center, similar, sort of, not really. Then, of course, we have the wide receiver. Doesn't really matter too much. He's kind of raw anyways, but doesn't matter too much because he's number 3 at best, number 4 probably. Arthur Clement, the big problem with these outside linebackers is the game thinks, oh, outside linebacker, that's a pass rusher, so they don't give him any coverage at all, which is really tough. Is it right out we need? I think so. Really tough to develop that because, you're stuck at block shed, which is, decently rated, but the coverage is just gone. It's just nothing. There's nothing there. All right, season number 2. We have a lot of money, but that will go away soon enough. You got to pay the QB and this and that. I'm trying to make the quarterback need like a year 3 contract. If we do it now, I think it's going to be too easy, but once these contracts start flying a little bit, it's going to be tough. Sliders, slight bump, 10% up. Just make them a little bit higher, I think. I want the icons to feel like icons. Team's got a lot of holes still. Safety, arguably a linebacker or 2. Edge with Crowley, possibly. O-line could definitely use a left guard. Right tackle for sure. We'll see what happens with the QB. Bateman wasn't great year 1, so we'll see if year 2 is any better. A lot of money, but we got to start paying some guys. Frankenstein's monster here. He's a monster. Literally a monster. 7 foot tall left tackle. We got to actually see these guys on the field a little bit more, too. It would be nice to see. But, yeah, you can see, the money's starting to fall off. 25 mil, 26 million for Leatherface. Got to keep that big fella, right? He's a strong man. Jason, talking about 13 million per year. That's pennies. It's pennies. All right? You could buy that cabin on the lake he's always wanted. We definitely got to get Chucky going here. 6-year deal. It might be a little low. He actually takes it. Fair enough. Running back. Love it. Anyone else? It is not going to be the case. So, 134 million, 132 million. Do I really want to keep Penhead? Penhead, dude. We might actually be losing one of the icons here. Well, damn, okay. I thought this was going to be too easy after that first season, but no, we actually missed the playoffs here in season number 2. Yeah, maybe Patrick Bateman's a little bit better at different activities than playing quarterback. Do we need to make a change up? We lost 0 to 15 in week 1, which is definitely a number. It's definitely a score for one side and a score for the other. Not one I'm necessarily happy about, but sure, Bateman was better. Chucky, similar, just a little more touchdowns, I believe. Freddie, 1447 with 19 touchdowns. Hargrave, clearly an icon himself. Michael, meh. Voorhees looking good. Frankenstein's monster's not worth it, apparently. D-line, what do we got? Crowley and Leatherface, they're playing snaps. They're getting snaps. They're just not doing much with them. The real-life Rams, Jared Verse and Kobe Turner looking a little bit better. And interceptions, Ghostface, 4 picks. Pinhead, 2. Dracula with 2. Every time I say the names, it cringes me out. I got to be confident, all right? More confidence makes it less cringe. How about that? MVP goes Mahomes. Do we win anything? Ooh, Offensive Player of the Year. We'll take that. We get Rookie of the Year as well. We'll take that. Number 4 for Clement for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best wide receiver, number 1. Obviously, you got Offensive Player of the Year. You're going to be the best receiver as well. So, Freddie should be superstar, right? Winner of the Super Bowl is the Cowboys. So that NFC East is getting to work. Russell Wilson with a retirement there. Looking at the dev-ups, Fred does go up. Hargrave, we actually don't know because we didn't look at his dev. He could have already been superstar, which he was not, as expected. And then Bateman sticks around at star as well. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, we see Jared Verse goes up to superstar. That's a nice little win. Washington, sadly, stays at normal. But yeah, the money is going to start flying soon. When Verse needs a contract and some of these other guys, the wide receivers need a contract, we'll have to see who we can afford. All right, here you go. As far as re-signings, Havenstein, he actually did play better, but he is regressed, so we're going to replace him. Free agency, I don't think Kobe Durant actually might be someone we keep. 28. Okay, he's older than I would have thought. But yeah, we got a little bit of money still left over, but that's going to be gone as soon as next season. So we can do 1 years. I wouldn't feel comfortable outside of that, though. 1-year deals at best. Joe Tooney, Shakir, don't need the wide receiver, but O-line wouldn't hate. Tooney is interesting. I just don't know, though. Like, we have Avila still, right? He wasn't on the contract list. 33-year-old Tooney. Why not? Why the hell not? 1 year, 22. Other team wants him. We don't get him yet. We don't get him yet. We get him. Gonna trade off Avila for like a 3rd or a 4th. We trade off Avila, Jonah Jackson, and Byron Young to the Patriots for a 2nd-round pick. A very high 2nd-round pick, mind you. Never said this was a realistic style rebuild, by the way, but we've been kind of leaning that way. Usually we do. We're in the draft, pick 16. We don't really have a big need, right? Like some O-lineman for the future, linebacker for the future, safety if the free safety doesn't develop, corner, tight end, maybe. Corner is kind of the highest of the list because we could use a corner 3. But yeah, realistically, not a lot. That's usually how any of these rebuilds go, let alone a specific one. By the time you get to your 2nd draft, year 3 draft, you're maybe needing like 1 or 2 players. So that's probably what we're going to be looking at. Safety's up there, but I think you end up just taking one of the corners, which of course all of them are there because it's a 1-2 situation. Gallery looks good for a slot corner. I'm going to take Gallery. Pick 16 overall, 17 true. That's why I don't take players that high. That's why I play it safe with the trade down. Now you know. And then I take this random safety to start the 2nd round. True talent 10, hidden dev, that's your new free safety. I don't care. He's hidden dev. He automatically has the highest ceiling. And the Commanders give me a 2nd round next year. I might need that pick, so why wouldn't I take the trade? As we're going to look to go to the 3rd round and maybe take a trade up for at least a linebacker and a lineman. I would like those 2 positions if possible. All right, we're going to be taking Mr. Underwood with pick 16 here. 54 true, hidden dev. And then we have another pick right here, right back to back. And then after that, it's not until the 5th round. If we want a linebacker, we got to go now. Conway, Philip Conway. Oh, this is a pass rusher, was he? Yeah, he's the pass rusher. I thought I had a right end. Maybe it was left out. Thought it was a right end, but Bullocks is probably your best bet, but it's a little high. Whatever. I don't want to trade down. I'm not feeling it. And he's hidden. So there you go. Draft recap. How do we do? Safety's pretty good. 76 overall. I'm going straight to the safety. That's the position we need the most, arguably. The free safeties we already had. They're not bad. They're good. But they're also not hidden dev. They're not only star dev, but they're, Star is better than normal, obviously, and then Bullocks, these are all backups, so you guys probably don't care too much. Like, none of these guys are starters just yet, but maybe next season. You know, maybe next season Underwood's our starting left guard. Maybe he's our starting... Actually, no, one of them is a starting guy. Underwood's our starting right tackle. We actually need a tackle, don't we? It's okay. That's fine. We'll put him at right tackle. Superstar Dev? Nope. Here is the roster for season number 3. Offensive line's looking pretty good. You know, Joe Thuney is definitely a little bit of a corner cut on the offensive line. Hopefully he sticks around for more than 1 year, but... who can we even afford? We're going to find out. You know, this team is definitely going to be looking potentially a little different after this season when all these contracts come running up and guys got their hands out looking for some money. All right, a lot of money. $172 million. You got all the names we were talking about needing to be paid right now outside of Bateman. Is he not this year? Okay, we got Verus next as well. This is going to cost us a lot of money. Dracula, he's worth it, I think. The guy is insane speed. 7-year... oh, he does not take it. Okay, Michael Myers. Okay. I could live with 19.5 per. There you go. Huge contract. Kruger. Oh, this is costing us a lot of money. This is costing us a lot. I think you need to bump it even more. 7-year, 144. Okay, so we got these wide receivers forever. Crowley, he hasn't played well. Do you lose your only, like, oh, he had a good year. But to say your only named edge rusher? Probably not. So we'll do a 5-year deal worth 100. Damn, this money is disappearing. I think you lose Kobe Turner. I think Kobe Turner is one of the names. We just can't afford everybody. He's not having a great year. DT's not the hardest position to draft. Spates, I think we just, use the guy we have. Thuney, maybe we lose. I mean, if we can do 1-year deals, I mean, there's no point not to, right? This is literally a 1-year deal. There you go. And Joe Thuney might be the same when it comes to it. But as of right now, we're going to hold off for the rest. Fair enough. Not a bad little re-sign cycle. All right. Nice turnaround on the season. Good finish on the year. Should be in the playoffs. I don't see why not. And we do. We lose, but we're in. We make it at 10-7, mind you. Almost losing that spot. Bateman, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's a worse year by a lot, huh? That's not good. It's actually not a worse year by a lot at all. Completion percentage is lower and whatnot, but it is a worse season, but it's not as bad as year 1. Hey, Chuck. 4 yards per carry, just under 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Kruger, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Myers, 9 touchdowns, 800 yards. Hargrave, 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think it's time for a playbook change. I mean, of course, we win the Super Bowl here. That we're not going to do. Crowley, great year. Bubba, 9.5. Verse, 9. Turner, 7. Wow, like a Candyman with 6. Count with 5. Pretty good numbers there. But yeah, we're going to change the scheme after this season, assuming, once again, we don't win. I mean, 29th in yards with the Packers scheme. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? I don't ask many questions, but sometimes Thuney does win Offensive Lineman of the Year, so we at least get an award. It's something. But yeah, just the trend so far, I'm not feeling super great about our playoffs here. Not very common that we stray away from Green Bay. Green Bay is like kind of the peak we're willing to go to. Chiefs are a little bit higher, I think. So we'll go Chiefs if we don't win it here, as we are taking on Green Bay themselves. So we have a better team, I think, right? I'm pretty sure we had a better team based on overall. So there should be no reason to lose this, right? In theory. As we're down by a bit, we do get a touchdown. Down by 3, down by 4. Or up by 4 anyways. Packers not going away, though. It's a 3-point game. Come on, offense. Clutching up, getting the touchdown. 2 minutes left. Green Bay can win it, though. 4th and 4. It's a throwaway. Only Jordan Love things, I got to tell you. Looking at Bateman. 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Chucky, pretty good. Did not quite have the game that Jacobs did, that huge run, but still pretty good playoff game. The count with a pick. A couple of sacks, and yeah, I mean, everything was pretty much clean in this game. Pretty much needed it to be. Little room for error as we have the Eagles, man. This team, dude. We just can't avoid this damn Eagles team. Philadelphia, 7-0. Still 7-0. 14-0. 14-7. Okay, we do get a touchdown. Huge drive for them after we gave them a short field, though. 17-20. It's not over. 24-20. Looking good. Really good with that touchdown. Defense is clutching. The Eagles aren't over. There's no way this off. I mean, don't get me wrong. The defense has got to do a little bit better than they did. There's no way this offense just gave them a short field on top of it. Please stop. Oh, that guy is moving. And good defense, good defense. Late hit from Penhead. The damn Penhead, dude. Doing little spinneroos. The Candyman, the big fella. And that's going to be picked off. Ghostface on the return. Probably a bad decision, to be honest. Billy Loomis with the pick. That's going to move us on to another round. What a pick. Ghostface. We're moving on to the championship round, barring any miracles, and we do. 31-28. Let's get it. Bateman, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Hurts, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Chuck, 3.5. He's 3.8. He's around 3.8 to 4, which, you know, is what I am on a good day. Looking at the defense, sacks up and down as well. Interceptions, a lot of them. And, you know, that 1 extra point, who knows? I think I know, but who knows? Don't think it would play that much of a factor. As we're taking on the Niners. Very, very interesting. They did win it by they're 10-7. I was about to say we almost missed the playoffs. They get the 3rd seed. Yeah, we got to be pretty pissed, no? Can we make the Super Bowl? 0-0. Still 0-0. 3-0. Their defense is looking good. 7-3, though. We do have a lead. 10-7. That lead is gone. Still 10-7. 10-14. Fourth quarter is a close one. And we're going to hold on. Our defense is going to outdo theirs. And we're going to win by 4. Wow. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick for Bateman. Damn. Terrible rushing performance. Receiving. Nothing insane going on there. Sacks. Wow. Jared Verse killed it. Kobe Turner was great too. Victor was great. Interceptions. 1 for Fred Warner. And they missed an extra field goal, which... who knows, dude? It changes some things. Maybe you kick a field goal late instead of going for it on 4th down because you didn't need to. I don't know what the situation was like. Who is going to be in the Super Bowl, I wonder? Looking like the Chiefs, 30-24. They move on as well to the Super Bowl. Could have ourselves another high scoring. We have the better overall team as well. Receivers, nothing going on here. Defensively, I don't think anything going on here either. So just no dev-ups at all, but still a chance at a Super Bowl. 91-91, the ultimate close game. Of course, they have Mahomes. We just have a little bit better of a team in roundness, if you will. But what does that matter if you can't get a damn touchdown, dude? Okay, finally. But it's not going to matter. 14-24. We lose in dramatic fashion, 31-14. I mean, it's still a dub because you made the Super Bowl, but yeah, we obviously are hoping to win the damn thing. We're going to go with the Chiefs offense. Bills defense is still going to be sticking around, of course. Super disappointing, though. Blocked field goal on top of it. That is what they like to call unfortunate. What was our playoff run like anyways? So we got a pretty good game against the Packers, winning by 4. Pretty good game against the Eagles, winning by 3. And then a really low-scoring game against the Niners should have given us a sign that we weren't ready. Only winning by 4, and then we get absolutely destroyed by the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Joe Tooney doesn't retire. We got some other names. Jared Verse. Is this a guy you want a 5th year? I think so. Turner, I don't know if we can definitely do a year. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing 2, and then Tooney, same situation, obviously, especially with that retirement looming. Turner was good. We can afford a 1 year. I mean, the check writes itself. Let's just call it how it is. 1 year, 26 should be clear. Boom, $44 million left. I mean, we could still keep, maybe even the quarterback if he needed the contract this year instead of next year. Let's take a look at free agency where we're not going to spend any money, but we're still going to look around. Linderbaum, Laporta, Branch. Flowers, Stanley, so Ravens and Lions, very common here. Some good players for sure, but we are broke. All right, pick 31. I mean, obviously, the big concern would be affording the players down the line. You got a wide receiver. Maybe you can't afford everyone, which we already did. We got 2 7-year deals. We'll take another one maybe. I think Rose/Conway would be worth it. Scouted some other corners as well. Top 5. Ooh. Okay, I got to go for one of them. We're going to slow sim until we get down there. Corner wouldn't hurt. Can't afford everybody. 4, 6, 6, 5, and a first to move up 5 spots. We're going to be doing that to grab that top 5 corner who may even replace Ghostface as soon as next season. I mean, who knows? Who can we even afford? Seems worth it. 77 overall top, minimum hopefully. And hidden. All right, the hidden part I was worried about. I knew a good overall, and that's good enough for me. But as far as hidden goes, yeah, that was up in the air. Pick 1 overall, by the way, which is not half bad. We don't really need O-line, but this is a round 1er. Oh, do you take Clifton, too? That'd be so insane to double dip. He's fast. Why not? Jason Clifton, 6 true. Oh, my. Yeah, I think you let the corner go, no? I mean, how many corners do you need? We literally got like a million corners. Who the hell is this? 6'2"? I mean, that's not terrible speed, right? We don't really need O-line right now, but do we not go O-line anyways? Mr. Joe Kyle. Kyle's the only guy that's kind of big enough to play a tackle if we need it, so 68 true talent, hidden dev, 91 strength, good pick. And late 3rd, basically an early 4th. I mean, he's a round 1. I don't really believe in him, but I'm going to take him anyway. He's going to be normal dev. 7 true talent, normal dev, but 7 true talent is just, it is what it is, Next pick is all the way in the 7th round, by the way. And we're going to take another corner. Jonathan Casey looks fast, good zone coverage. 134 true. That's definitely a steal. Would have thought he'd be even faster than that, but let's take a look. Speaking of those corners, 77, 77, 72, 76, and a 68. Take a look at Orson Sharp. Don't know where are we even playing these guys? One of these guys can be the 3, but even then, you're wasting the other one. If not, start ev for him. Then the next guy, watch him be superstar. Jason Clifton, 5'11", does fit as a pure slot corner a little bit better, admittedly, which we will see also star. I thought, one of them was going to be superstar plus, but I guess not. Here we are for season number 4. The team looks pretty good, right? There's not really a weakness. I know our right tackle needs some work, but as far as like what we could actually do in the offseason, with the draft and whatnot, I think we did about as all you could ask for. We're going to be rocking the Chiefs offense. Of course, you guys probably noticed the tight end and the strong safety of the same face, but they're like the only bald-headed dudes you could even change to that are like white. So what am I supposed to do? But yeah, the team looks really good, especially now on the defense. Your linebackers are a little weak, but everything else is like basically 90 overall. Problem is, who can we afford for next season? That's the big issue. All right, some more signings. Oh, Lord, here it is. So I'm glad we went hard on the corners because Ghostface is gone, dude. Billy Loomis is out of here. There's no doubt about it. And I'm actually going to be thinking about Bateman here. I haven't loved the seasons. We're now in the Chiefs playbook. Our season so far hasn't been amazing. And yeah, dude, 16 touchdowns, 8 picks with the Chiefs scheme. I'll do a 1 year just so we can guarantee the final season we at least have a QB. I don't know, dude. I'm conflicted, to say the least. Not that I want Billy or Candyman more, but dude, I feel like the quarterback is just selling us, no? Is it just the build? What does he actually look like? Because obviously, a lot of these players are weird builds. Super smart, no throw power. I mean, he's good. Short accuracy is low, which is actually very rare, so that could be it, actually. It's very rare to have a low throw accuracy, short accuracy QB, but everything else is good. Usually it's the short that's good. I don't know. We'll see if he improves. Maybe we'll re-sign him. I'm not sure. Good thing the rest of the division sucks because we are barely... I think we would have had one of the wild card spots, but yeah, we're barely holding on here. This good of a team, and we go 10-7. The NFC as a whole was terrible too. We went 10-7. We're the 3 seed. This division, this conference was horrible. Yeah, we barely still made the playoffs. I mean, again, the division being bad guaranteed it, but still. Bateman, 34 touchdowns, 16 picks. In the Chiefs scheme, this is garbage. It's genuinely horrible. The rushing number is obviously going to take a hit, too. Wide receivers, the receivers in general, they were all right. You know, considering, once again, this is the goated scheme. O-line, tackles weren't great. It's, you know, the usual Madden stuff. D-line, pretty good. Turner, of course, the guy that, you know, we had the best season with is the one guy that's guaranteed to be gone. Fantastic. Oof. Man, I don't know what it is. Like, these players, maybe it's not just overalls. Maybe it is actually, like, their specific ratings. Because, again, this is by far the most randomly rated team we've done all Madden. You know, guys that maybe they have good overalls, but their actual per ratings are really strange. And it's by far the biggest, like, how the hell are we struggling, especially in the NFC? I mean, you insert this team into the AFC, especially the AFC West. And I don't know if we've made the playoffs yet. You know, I don't know if we would have. Right now, we're going against the 8-9 Giants, and I don't even know if we're going to win. I really don't. Like, sure, we got to a Super Bowl, but that holds no weight right here. I mean, even the defense. Like, the offense is kind of what we're struggling with, right? Like, the offensive numbers aren't super great. We don't know, like, what's going on there. But the defense isn't doing well either right now. 21-16, it's an 8-point game. We're not even going to win yet. It's overtime. Holy crap, what is wrong with this team? Pick. That should do it. Oh, my Lord. How are we struggling this much? We're a 93 overall with the sliders being low. 2 picks for Bateman. I paid him, too. I paid this guy. You know, it's like we're entering the final year. What the hell am I supposed to do? Go for a brand new QB? Fifth-year option is going to cost, fifth-year option, which they don't even actually have an option because he's a rookie, but he's not a first-round rookie, you know? That would have been like $70 million anyways. The tag would have been $70 million. So, I mean, if you want to keep him, the smartest thing to do is 5-year. Unbelievable. Divisional round if it's the Eagles again. Tell me somebody beat the Eagles. And, of course, no one did. The Panthers, like, what are the odds that they lose? You know? They had the bye week, right? Yeah, they had the bye week. The Panthers, they barely beat the Commanders, dude. Oh, my. Who are we taking on again? The Lions, they killed the Seahawks. Yeah, well, this is our season. 5-year rebuild coming in. I mean, once again, at least we made the Super Bowl, but I would love to actually win it here. We'll see. Accidentally kicked off. I had to go out on the field there. Back and forth. We, of course, do not score the first points of the game, but we do score 7. 10-7. I mean, we're like basically cheesing it. We have the cheese playbooks, and we're struggling with the better team. I don't know what is wrong with this Rams team. What is wrong with the quarterback? We're going to hold on barely, 23-17. But yeah, assuming this is the Eagles, we're going to lose by 40. I kid you not. 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Holy. I know it sounds like I'm complaining, but it's just, I cannot wait for it. Of course, you get a field goal blocked. I can't wait for it to be like merit-based rather than playbook-based. But at the same time, we have the playbooks right now. We're struggling. So are they also going to fix the back end where, in my opinion, there's something saying, okay, we expect the Eagles, the Lions, the Chiefs, certain teams to do really well this year. You know, we're going to give them a slight nod. We're going to give them a slight extra chance. Of course, take a look at that divisional. So the Panthers did, give the Eagles a run for their money. It's not a guaranteed win for the Eagles here, but the way we're playing, it would not surprise me if they completely steamroll us. Going to the end of the game, we do get a few. Hey, we got the first points. That's probably going to completely disappear now. All right, we're keeping up, sort of. 17-10, second half. There it is. Defense is doing pretty well, honestly. 20-17, 27-17. I mean, here we go. Who would have thought? 4th and 10, you got to have it. You got to have it. What is this playbook? You could get that out. I guess the dagger whip. Clock's running too. Jesus, this team. That's a pretty good find. And he's going to be short to the 1. Hurry up to the line. Got to keep that timeout if we can. They're going to stop this. There you go. This team, man, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I mean, we knew this was going to happen, too. It's not like we're surprised. Wait, do we have the ball? Okay, I thought we had the ball for a second. Clock is... I mean, it stopped. 3rd and 3, but I mean, they're arguably in field goal range already. I mean, we're not going to fall for it, buddy. But it doesn't matter. As we almost give it up, they're going to go for it, which I don't think really changes anything for us if they don't get it. Obviously, the field goal wins in the game, but it's a little bit of a long one. Could be a throw. And we do blow it up. Okay, I mean, you're asking for a miracle here, but I just so happen to be in the market for a miracle. What is this play, by the way? He's got Travis Kelce's route out there. That's not a bad find. It's not a bad find at all. To the 41-yard line. Not bad at all, actually. Okay, 18 seconds. I wish we had at least one timeout. But you deal with what you got to deal with. I mean, you got to take that, I think. One-on-one. Come on! Oh, he held on! Hargrave! The one guy that's not even an icon! He is now sticking the dagger into the chest. Unbelievable. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be 100% transparent. There's a lot of people that just say, you know, you watch the rebuilds, you know we play on all Madden. But for some reason, when I reloaded the game today, the game was asking me a whole bunch of settings as if I've never played before. I did click all Madden. Yeah, and there it is. I'm transparent, man. You can see right through me, baby. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that actually happened on all Madden. You see, like it's telling me how to play the game again. It's on all Madden. It is on Sim. Unbelievable. Of course, we got sort of a lucky animation. Like, he didn't really go up with us. He allowed us to catch it and then tackled. That's usually where you get those animations. I would be so pissed if this was like an online league and I lost the championship round like that. We absolutely saved this thing. There's no doubt about it. There's no, like, sometimes it's like, oh, you came in and saved the day. It's like, not really. No, yes, you're 100% correct. Without us interjecting into the game, we lose this 100%. There's no doubt. All right, Super Bowl, I mean, if we could do what we just did, is there a team that can beat us? It is. It's the Bengals. Their offense is going to be insane to stop. Let's take a look. Let's see how they got here. The Cincinnati Bengals also had a bye week, huh? Oh, my lord. The #1 seed back-to-back weeks. They beat the Ravens by 11. Then they beat the Browns by only 3, but it's a divisional matchup as well, so you just don't know. Like this, if we had the equivalency to the Browns roster, maybe they beat us by 30. Those division games always get close. Looking at our DevOps, none on offense, not even Bateman, which, I mean, it's not surprising. And then defensively, Crowley went to Superstar, I believe, which is cool. You know, for a while there was, didn't know if he was going to be the guy or not. And he was. He ended up becoming that guy. But here it is, 93 to their 88. Can the Horror Squad get it in 4? Going to the end of the game, nice start. I think it was a stop and score. 14-0. Imagine this is the game we blow out. The rematch is the blowout. Like, what is the odds even? Like, the Bengals don't really make the Super Bowl often, but when we're the Rams, they do? Oh, my lord, what is this? There you go. There you go. No revenge for the Bengals. And we win 42-26. Weird score. That might actually be... Is that a scoreagami? Feels a little... I don't feel like I've seen that. 26 in general seems kind of weird. Because, like, how do you get to 26? 2 field goals, 3 touchdowns, but you miss one of the extra points, I guess? That's probably the most common way, but if you're going to hit 2 field goals, you're probably not going to miss 1 extra point, but who knows? Of course, there is, I mean, imagine we actually had, like, Photoshop in some horror icons. I'm not going to do that. Someone else could Photoshop them in. They could video edit them in. Like, I could. Don't get me wrong. I have the ability to, but it is not worth it. There's like 17 of you still watching at this point. But, yeah, Bateman, he did play better, especially when you look at, Joe Burrow threw 3 picks. Chucky, dude, I can't believe him. I can't believe Fred killed it. Jason killed it. I'm not, once again, I'm literally not even like doing like puns. If you actually watch any of our rebuilds, I literally just say kill it all the time. So just the puns are just happening, okay? Got a couple of picks there. 2 of the icons, 1 young guy. That's it. And yeah, I mean, we'll show you guys here. We didn't like force any wins or redo anything, but that, I mean, I had some fun. I think we did just enough to where like it feels, you know, like a special rebuild, a special team, but not too much to where we didn't have anything to draft. It was kind of early on that, you know, by year 2, even the draft wasn't as important. So that's why I do want to limit them. Maybe I even remove some instead of having the quarterback there. You remove the QB. Defensively, you remove... I don't want to remove Candyman. Maybe you just remove Dracula and Frankenstein, I guess, and then Pinhead, I guess. I don't know, dude. But I had a lot of fun with this. I like having, you know, kind of these sorts of rebuilds and things. Like, the goofy on YouTube for Madden is kind of dwindled off. There's, like, what would happen if, but as far as, like, full-on, like, superheroes and horror and all that, it's kind of dwindled off, but, like, again, don't forget where a lot of people started. A lot of the bigger names on YouTube, you look at their oldest videos, they even have them up anymore, which they should. I mean, they're not bad videos. Like, I don't know why you would take them down. You know, like Laserbeam. You know, he hasn't played Madden in forever, but he's easily the biggest success story from the Madden community. You know, he did all those kind of, like, special, you know, not necessarily always horror, but, you know, just kind of random videos that are just like, what are we doing here? And, of course, just a lot of other ones like The Flash and Spider-Man, Hulk. I've seen so many different, you know, creators do kind of stuff like that. I never did it. Now I'm doing it, baby. Of course, we're looking at the main players here. Just kind of curious. Wow, he really just a blocker? Is he a blocker? Blocker. I mean, what can you do? Right? What can you do? I'm trying to get this recording done before this air show flies through. You probably heard one in the background already. They're just flying through. It's either the air show that was scheduled to go on or, you know, World War III, baby. Which one's more exciting? That's all I'm saying. Did we actually look at everyone? Because I got so distracted yapping, I genuinely blanked out. I remember that. Okay, I remember that. I think we looked at the wide receivers. Dude, I'm just looping. I'm pretty sure I looked at everyone. Wow, he actually developed really nicely. He's literally like perfectly balanced, as Michael should be. Then Kruger, what do we got here? Release is terrible. Can the strength is low. Still go good defensive side of the ball. We definitely looked at everyone else on offense. Looking at, you know, I don't care about the random players. Let's just look at Pinhead and all them. Let's just look at the main one. So obviously super smart, zones there. Speed, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think they should bring back like speed upgrades? Because they pretty much eradicated that. Like you don't get I think you might get throw power, but you basically can't get speed. You can't get excel. Well, you maybe rarely get excel. Throw power is basically dead in the water. You know, it's the off-season stuff that you have a chance to get those things when they're like, hey, what should I work on? But even then, you usually don't get it. But yeah, obviously, Dracula looking pretty good. Again, help me realize maybe this isn't so cringe, but let me know in the comment section below what you thought. If it is cringe, well, we lose. Okay, we lose. We've lost. We lost our ways. You lost the plot. Leatherface. Of course, big fella. He actually got that finesse up, so he must have went Speed Rusher, huh? It's just OP. Okay, it's OP, and I'm here for the OP. Although I kind of do hope they nerf all that next Madden, which they don't. I mean, every single year there's an archetype that's insane. Like a wide receiver, slot wide receiver, and slot corner was the OP one, because they're like, oh, yeah, well, both styles. That's the best way to do it, right? Sorta. And then, of course, because we'd made them rookies, we can actually look at how they played over those seasons. As you can see, Bateman, I mean, those are really bad numbers for Madden Sim. Like, that is like the old era of 1-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio in equivalency to what you get in Madden. Usually it's 3-to-1, so the fact that it's like 2-to-1 barely, yeah, it's a bad career so far. I mean, it's not good. Rushing, under 4, I thought it would have been way lower than 4 yards per carry, but fair enough. 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns. It's fumbled a little bit. Broke a lot of tackles, 175 tackles for somebody with, you know, low break tackle, I'm pretty sure. Kruger, 4,500 yards. Myers all the way down to 36. Did not expect that one. Did not expect that one. Voorhees, 2,500 with 23 touchdowns. Hargrave, what a guy. Frankenstein's Monsters are already giving up 53 sacks, dude. I guess big and strong just doesn't cut it anymore. You need technique as well. Crowley, 33.5. I really thought Leatherface would have been the number one. I thought he would have been one of those DT types that just can't be blocked. I was wrong. 26 sacks. Candyman, 4 interceptions. The count, 13 interceptions. 9 for Candyman. 8 for Billy Loomis, the ghost face himself. Penhead, dude, that's always... It just makes me laugh. 3 interceptions. And then kicker, punter. We didn't have an icon there. Anyways, though, that is going to be it for this one. Again, like I said, weirdly enough, the most self-conscious video I've done on the channel. But it's a little bit of fun. You know, at the end of the day, truly, like, unless it was like 1,000 people somehow all saying, what is this? What are you doing? And it had like 1 billion dislikes. Yeah, I don't care, dude. This is like a part of the entertainment world I really love. And of course, mixing it with Madden just for a fun little special rebuild. You know, this could be just straight up members content going forward. That kind of just comes down to what the perception is. You know, you guys leave a lot of likes, maybe even some subscribes, you know, some comments saying, oh, this was actually kind of fun. You should do this next, or, you know, add this person or whatnot. You know, I would love like to just delve into the horror world a little bit, just even for a video. You know, just that comment section is filled with like you guys talking about your favorite horror stuff and whatnot. That would be insane to me. Like, it'd be so much fun. Regardless, appreciate y'all for watching, whether you love horror stuff or not. If you guys enjoyed, like I said, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And that is going to be it. Not sure if we'll have a video tomorrow. If it is, it'll be ECU. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And of course, shout out to all the members of the channel. I already shouted them out, but especially returning members. Well, member Jason Joyce and, you know, Bat Raptor Games a couple days ago. We also had Terry Owens join for the first time. And then, of course, Attila Sayin join in for the first time. Appreciate you all a ton. Really do. Remember, check out those members-only rebuilds. Maybe I could do like a playlist for that as well. Just members-only content. I really should. I'll actually... It'll probably be up by the time you even see this. Members-only content, which we do in a monthly rebuild. Some extra stuff here and there. Check it out if you're interested. Click the join button next to the subscribe button. If not, though, totally fine. Understandable. Appreciate y'all for watching, member or not. And